Welcome to the Maximize Business Value podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition their business on their terms. Our mission was born from the lessons we've learned from over 100 business transactions, which fuels our desire to share our experiences and wisdom so you can succeed. Now here's your host, CEO Mastery Partners, Tom Bronson.
Hi, this is Tom Bronson, and welcome to Maximize Business Value, a podcast for business owners who are passionate about building long-term sustainable value in your business. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Every business on the planet will eventually transition. And wouldn't it be better to transition your business by design rather than default? So if you're a business owner who wants to maximize your value and eventually exit your business, and who doesn't, then you found the right place. Listen to these podcasts. This episode is part of the series of my latest book, Maximize Business Value Playbook, 65 specific actions to dramatically increase the value of your business. Today, we're on chapter 15. Think of this as sort of the Audible version of this last book. We're on chapter 15, distribute or bonus excess cash. So I say that you should distribute excess cash before year end each year. And someone recently asked me, what the heck do you mean by excess cash? Well, my definition is more cash than you need to operate the business. For the sake of argument, let's say that your business made $500,000 last year, and you have $500,000 in cash on hand before year end. By the way, it never works out that way, but let's just say for the sake of argument that that's what it is. But you know you need $150,000 in operating cash, and you want to invest another $100,000 in capital expenses. Do this before year end, by the way. And that leaves you with about $250,000 left, which is what I call excess cash. So my recommendation is to distribute that $250,000 before the end of the year. You can distribute it as bonus to your employees, and or you can pay a bonus or distribution to yourself. Sure, you can. You're going to pay some income tax and potentially some payroll tax, depending on how you take it out on that distribution. But for some types of corporations, you'll have to pay personal taxes on it anyway. If you leave it in the business, it'll be taxed at your corporate tax rate. If you're in a C Corp, if you're in an S Corp, then it'll be taxed at your personal tax rate. So it doesn't matter. The government always gets their taste. So another reason to strongly consider using the cash rather than leaving it in the business is to protect against any potential future legal action against the business. Cash on the balance sheet is an easy target in such circumstances. Another strategy based on your CPA's input might be to bonus yourself the remaining $250,000 and then loan it back to the business at a very advantaged interest rate. Now, you'll get a 1099 on the interest, but you'll also be able to withdraw the principal tax-free later in the year because you've already paid the tax on it. So only do that after you've consulted with your tax professional. So as I say, get the cash out of the business. There's all kinds of reasons that you want to do that. So the Maximize Business Value recommended actions today. Number one, at least 30 days before year end, review and project your cash and take action to distribute the excess cash before year end. Number two, explore distribution options based on tax advantages. And number three, go read any of the great guest blog posts on tax savings at masterypartners.com. Just go to the blog posts and click the search engine and look for anything on tax savings. Next week, we're going to talk about the timing of significant investments in the business and when and how you should do those in advance of doing a transition. It's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss that. This is the Maximize Business Value podcast, where we give practical advice to business owners on how to build long-term sustainable value in your business. If this is the first time you visited the Maximize Business Value podcast, well, there are more than 170 episodes already in the can that are just crammed with valuable information, just waiting to be downloaded. So you can go do that wherever you found this podcast and go download them today. We'd sure appreciate it. And give us a like and a thumbs up and follow us and all that kind of happy stuff. So until next time, I'm Tom Bronson, reminding you to pick one thing, just one thing, to dramatically improve the value of your business, and do it today while you maximize business value.
Thank you for tuning into the Maximize Business Value podcast with Tom Bronson. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition on their terms. Learn more on how to build long-term sustainable business value and get free value-building tools by visiting our website, www.masterypartners.com. That's master with a Y, masterypartners.com. Check it out.
That was perfect. I wouldn't make any changes on that.